right, welcome everybody to our "I Didn't Mean to Haunt You" bracket. This album just came out like a week ago, and Riley and I have been listening to it for basically nonstop. So Riley, let's get into the bracket.
Heck yeah.
All of these are based on Spotify streaming. That's why they are where they are in the bracket. So
Yeah, so they're going to be a little bit weird.
yeah, obviously Born Yesterday and Tell Me a Joke have been streamed more because they've been out longer. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to start off with Fantasy World versus Fractions of Infinity.
That's the one that I've chosen.
Makes you feel like you're in space.
It does. It's a good.
I think that's the point.
It's a good song. It does feel almost like you're in that transitional. It's really the transition song. It's kind of like oddly placed on the album, but it also makes sense for him to be like reminiscing on the concept, like why he did it.
Sure.
But yeah, I was just telling Jacob this. That should have been a single when he released the two. That should have been the first one to kind of transition us into this concept. Or maybe the second one, so then we would be pondering about it, and then that kind of confirmed it. But, yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, Fractions of Infinity.
The clock has waved me out of place. Those words don't do you justice. Those words don't do you justice. I see my life inside your hands. Once cave in, we start to pray. I see all I ever understand. When they sense in another way, I think I hit my target weight. Got exercise while stood in place. Got.
Did you watch the music video for that yet?
So I was just watching.
It was pretty good.
Was
Nothing
pretty
like
good.
crazy, but
He was doing his dancing again.
Obviously, the one that makes him
Yeah.
dislocate his shoulder every other time.
I guess so.
We going Fantasy World?
Yeah, going Fantasy World. I love Fantasy World. It's such a great song.
They're both. I mean, every single song on this album's great, so it's going to be kind of sad to watch any of them lose. But
Okay.
they have to. All right.
Okay, house
settling.
setting. I keep thinking it's house setting. There's an L in there, Jacob. Come on. House settling. That was house settling with an L. Moving on to the memories we lost in transition. Oh, so beautiful.
With that weird ass horn.
Is that a
Wonder-
horn?
I think it is with like a phaser or something on it.
Hmm.
It feels like a French horn.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's so weird.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That
House
being
settling.
said, house settling 100%.
I mean, the memories we lost in transition is basically an interlude. So
Yeah, it is.
what do you
yeah.
do?
And
But I
house
can make some
settling
good
is
interludes,
incredible.
but that one is not better than house settling.
True. All right, not.
Knots on my neck. Oh, I'll cut it off at the climax. My bad.
Just like in the bed.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. All right, just because of that, we're listening to Static for 6 minutes now.
God darn it.
It's kind of the same thing over and over again.
That part, yeah.
Knots, yes. Knots is so different. I feel like that's
we
different than almost
should.
anything he's done.
We should have played the Static. Yeah, the people I mean, I've always tried to, like, you know, spread the word of Quadeca. Right? I go out handing out, like, little comics and flyers, you know.
You should just have like a card, like a business card that's just listen to Quadeca.
I should.
You won't regret it.
But, like, I not as much with, like, this album as I have in the past, but I'm still trying to, like, spread it. But it's kind of you need to pitch the concept if you're trying to pitch this album, because otherwise people will listen and be like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, true.
But my friend Kyle has been listening to it. He loves Knots. Like, I've heard him listen to it a couple times just on his own. Like, he's not obsessed with it, but he's huge on it, which is unique. Thought I'd add that little tidbit in.
Thanks for adding the tidbit, Riley.
No problem. All right, we're going to go to Born Yesterday versus Fantasy World.
We did a full reaction to that song, so if you guys want to go look at that, go back and look at it. Say what we thought like a month ago about that song. Compared to now, Riley, what do you think about how do you think Born Yesterday has changed for you since it released?
It still gives me like the shivers. Not every time, or like the chills, or whatever you want to call it. Not every time like it used to, but it still does. Yeah, it's probably the best song on the... I don't know. These two are some of the best songs on the album.
I know, it's unfortunate that Fantasy World is going up against Born Yesterday right now.
Yeah, like, I genuinely don't know which to do. Like, they're two very, very different tracks. I feel like Born Yesterday just... Honestly, I think the meaning's probably better on Born Yesterday. For me, it's just such a unique concept of a song. Where, I mean, Fantasy World kind of, like, shows you into, like, the why and everything. And it's kind of, like, retrospective on it in a lot of senses. And it's unique, and I like it. And I like the tiebacks to the mountains and everything. And it is also an incredibly meaningful song. But it's more of, like, a predictable song, in a way. Like, on this concept of an album, like, this song had to be there, where Born Yesterday was just, he didn't have to write a song about that. He didn't have to. He chose to, and it's just such a unique decision. And I almost
a very unique song too.
Yeah, I almost want to pick it because of that, but at the same time, they're both incredible tracks, and I don't want to see either of them lose. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm going to go Born Yesterday as well. It's just so good.
It is.
It's up there for one of his best songs he's
Ever.
made.
How did I do this again? Yeah.
It's so good.
It is. Like,
Fantasy World's one of my favorite on the entire album too. It's just fortunate that they're both right here.
That
right
might
now.
be like the finale in a sense. Like that.
Yeah.
In a different bracket, that could have been the finale.
Yeah.
Picking up hands? Yeah.
This production just keeps getting better and better. I don't know how.
I don't either.
I thought it was top tier and from me to you.
I think a lot of he clashes a lot on this album and uses notes that like just aren't supposed to go together, and the effects that he puts on a lot of the sounds, like he did with the horns, it's incredible. You can tell that he's doing like a lot of music theory stuff, and the way like the entire album kind of just feels off and eerie production wise, but it's still so perfect. It's incredible because that's a very tight line that he had to walk, and he did it very well.
Don't mind me.
Again, I don't know what to do here. I think I like Picking Up Hands more,
So do I?
but Don't Mind Me is probably, at least early on, like one of the funner songs for me. I already know like all the words to it. I can sing it. It's very palatable. If I'm like in the car and I want to like sing a song, that's usually the one I'm choosing. But I think that's just because of the early onness. And I mean, if I'm just giving one person one song on this album to listen to try to get them into it, it's probably going to be Don't Mind Me, just because it's the most palatable. It's the least weird. But I do think I would choose Picking Up Hands here.
I would agree. I don't know. Don't Mind Me is good, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, production's still good on Don't Mind Me, but it's nothing compared to Picking Up Hands, in my opinion.
That's true. It's more just normal. Like, no other artist is doing this kind of giant
Just
production.
normal.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Tell me
a joke.
A joke.
I'm watching the music video. I'm just watching him dislocate his shoulder over and over again.
I disagree with you.
Tell me a joke.
Nah, I think House Settling.
No.
House Settling is such a weird song, and it's amazing.
Nah. Tell Me a Joke is much better. Literally.
I don't know. I don't think I agree with that.
And I can't go House Settling.
House Settling has just got that like eeriness to it. It's got that weird ass Danny Brown feature. It's got that like
I hate the Danny Brown feature.
Again,
I understand the concept of it, but I don't like him. I don't like his voice.
I like it. I personally really like that
The concept is
feature.
fine. The voice and him is bad.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that personally.
No.
But you're entitled to your
I
opinion.
understand the concept and it's good. It's fine. Danny Brown is not fine.
All right.
Sounds
Are
so
we
weird and
flipping
out
a
of
coin
place.
on this? Because I think I want to go with House Settling.
I can't go
Okay.
House Settling.
Heads is gonna be Tell Me a Joke. House Settling will be Tails.
Okay.
I need to flip again. Tails.
That Tails?
Suck it.
Not a better song.
I personally, I would rather listen to House Settling right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Personally.
Sorry for dying.
That's
Sorry
what
for
I'm
dying.
looking
Sorry for dying.
Versus Knots. I I personally
tough.
think Sorry for Dying here.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Because,
I think it's the second half of Knots.
yeah. It's almost like it's good, and then it just, like, almost gets, like, too repetitive, almost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something feels off about the second half.
It just,
I
like,
don't know what it
goes
is.
on for too long, almost. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Born Yesterday versus Picking Up Hands. Can I have a hot take and say Picking Up Hands?
You know what? Sure, I agree. Here's why. I don't want to be basic. Born Yesterday is a great song. Picking
It
Up
is.
Hands is a great song.
They're like tied for me.
I
Like,
gave Picking Up Hands a 9. I gave Born Yesterday a 10, which they're both really good songs. But I really like Picking Up Hands. Like, I think just, like, how it's new. I think that might just be why I agree right now.
Yeah,
It's because Born
that's
Yesterday's been out for, like, a month, and Picking Up Hands is a week old, and I don't know.
I also feel like Picking Up Hands really sets the stage for Born Yesterday in a lot of ways. Like, it adds
It
a lot of
does.
context to it. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
I appreciate Born Yesterday now more that Picking Up Hands is out. And I think it works the same vice versa. It's almost like a part 1, part 2 situation. Kind of. And I don't know, a lot of, like, the loneliness really starts to come through on this song of the situations he's in. And I think that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
House Settling versus Sorry for Dying.
Yeah, Sorry for Dying.
Sorry for Dying.
I love House Settling. But
Sorry for Dying is a really good song.
it is. It is.
Very good intro song. But I think Picking Up Hands is going to be mine.
Yeah, I think I'm going to back you on that.
Picking Up Hands, number 1 on I Don't Mean to Haunt You. I'm okay with that.
Me too. I think overall that was a pretty good bracket. I do think overall the left side was a little bit more stacked than the right side.
Yeah.
Um,
Let us know what you guys think. What would you have done differently? Do you guys think Born Yesterday should be deserving, or another song?
yeah, what's your favorite and least favorite track on the album? If you made it this far, please be sure to like, subscribe, and
Watch
yeah.
our past videos. We went through voice memos from me to you, and we'll be doing a finale bracket here soon. So make sure to subscribe and watch our next video on Quadeca.
Yeah, that should be out in like 2 days, and the finale will have the 32 top songs from Quadeca, top-ish, that sort of thing. All right.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Bye.